Georgia just went out. They got another quarterback. Kirby loves his quarterbacks. And this Georgia quarterback room just got a lot more interesting, just got a lot more deeper. So, how is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Hope everybody's had a good week so far. Just got done watching the NFL playoffs. But anyway, we're here to talk about some Georgia football. So, I greatly appreciate you guys for the support on the last Georgia videos that I did post. I said there was going to be more coming, and we got some transfer portal updates, so we're gonna tap into that a little bit. Not gonna go too in depth, but kind of give my thoughts and opinions on it. So, Bryson Beaver. Bryson Beaver just committed to Georgia a few days ago, and he is originally an Oregon commit, originally an Oregon signee, I believe. And he entered the transfer portal, and Georgia was the front runners straight off the rip. It seemed like it was going to be Georgia straight off the rip. I believe that he left Oregon because of one, Dante Moore came back. Two, Dylan Rail is in there. So you kind of just slide down the depth chart. So there's not much room for you. So I'd have to think, I'll kind of get into the depth chart stuff at Georgia in just a little bit. But I do want to kind of talk about Bryson Beaver as the player, because I think Bryson Beaver is an awesome quarterback. I think he's very good. I think that's a very good pickup for Georgia in terms of quarterback depth. And if you can keep him around for a little bit, I think this is a guy who's eventually going to get a lot of playing time and eventually be a guy that all the Georgia fans really like. So, looking at his high school numbers, his junior year, he had 3,200 yards passing, 33 touchdowns on only 6 interceptions. He also rushed for 411 yards and 2 scores in that season as well. His senior season did take a pretty big dip in productivity, as he only passed for 1,700 yards, 18 touchdowns against 8 interceptions, and 2 rushing touchdowns that year as well. But, I mean, if you combine the two, including sophomore and other seasons, well, not just two, but like his high school career, he's had 8,200 passing yards and 81 total touchdown passes. So that's huge numbers for high school. But obviously, you have Gunnar Stockton coming. So, like I said, he's going to slide into a pretty stacked quarterback room. So you have guys like Gunnar Stockton, you have Ryan Puglisi, you have Coltergen, you have Ryan Montgomery, you have Millender. It's a pretty deep room. It's a pretty deep room. So I'm very curious to see who sticks around, because I do think some people will probably head out. Probably it won't be now because the transfer portal is closed, so you can't really enter anymore. But next season, the next transfer window, I think you'll see some guys leave. Who will that be? I don't know as of right now, but I do think that Bryson Beaver will stick around unless he gets some more offers later in the cycles next year. But like I said, it seemed like Georgia was the front runner to begin with, so I think it's Georgia. I think he's going to stick around at Georgia. So I do want to talk about it because I'm a big fan of his play style. So he plays kind of like Gunnar Stockton, I would say. A little bit different. He's a little bit bigger, but he plays similar as far as, he has good arm talent, but he has the I guess you would say mobility to extend plays and really make more out of plays than what you should be getting out of. Kind of like Gunnar Stockton. He can use his legs to extend plays, and he's not afraid to run a linebacker over. He's not afraid to just lower his shoulder, and he's a gamer. He's pretty much a gamer. Is pretty much what I'm saying. But I do want to get a little bit more into him. So he does have an elite arm talent. I would say he probably has a better arm talent than Gunnar Stockton. And he has deep shots with velocity, so he's going to deliver some deep balls. He has really good touch. He's going to push the football downfield, which I think Georgia fans are really going to like. They tried that with Carson Beck. It didn't really work out so good because there were some turnover issues. If you get a guy like Bryson Beaver to come in and not turn the ball over, which you can see in a senior season, there were some more turnover issues than previously. But I don't know. I don't really know what happened this senior season, but anyways, if you can get a guy to push the ball downfield and limit the turnovers, I think Bryson Beaver could do that. He's gonna throw into some tight windows. He's gonna make some risky passes, which I think can be good. He does throw on the run very well, which really stood out to me. I think that's gonna be very big for this Georgia team. You'll see Gunnar Stockton do stuff like that as well. I think the ceiling is very high for Bryson Beaver. This is more of a pickup where you probably recruited him out of high school. You see a high ceiling there because of, I mean, his high school tape. His high school tape says it for itself. And but yeah, like I said, he can extend plays with his feet. He can escape the pressure, keeping his eyes downfield. Sort of reminds you of like, I don't really know any comparisons. Yeah, I don't really know any comparisons for it. But he's got there's going to be some broken plays. If you have a defense that gets to him, he's going to find a way to extend plays. He's going to make the play positive. Or that's what he did in high school. Obviously college is different, but I'm just kind of rambling off of what I saw on tape from Bryson Beaver. But I do think Bryson Beaver is a very good quarterback. I think he's a really good fit at Georgia, and I think he will be a future starter. He was a 4-star out of high school, obviously a 3-star in the transfer portal, but that's just because he didn't get any playing time because, I mean, he really wasn't even really there yet at Oregon. But he was number 15 quarterback in his class, number 32 player in California. So I do want to look at some of the scouting director. I do want to look at some of the scouting reports on him from 24/7. So confident passer with surprising escape powers, is willing to challenge both men in zone and man coverage at all three levels. Yeah, pretty much what I said. I mean, he's just gonna extend plays with his legs. He's very accurate. Finds ways to get out of sacks. He's, like I said, gonna extend plays again. Yeah, I mean, I just think he's a really good player. I think Georgia fans are gonna like him pretty much. That's pretty much all I'm saying. I know I just rambled a lot, but there's really not much to say about a kid coming out of high school outside of kind of what I gave you. But that's kind of what I see in him. So I know I rambled a lot, like I said, but if you did enjoy this video, I greatly appreciate it. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. Helps me a lot, and I'm trying to gain some traction with the Georgia fans as well, because I think it would be a cool team to really touch on and cover more. So that's what we're doing. This is my third or fourth Georgia video now, and we're gonna keep them coming. I just launched this channel not long ago. So if you are a Georgia fan, let me know in the comments what you think of Bryson Beaver. Let me know where you think he fits in this quarterback room. And also drop a comment and let me know who you think leaves out of this quarterback room, because I'm very interested in that, because you got a lot of big recruits and you have some more coming in next year and the year after at the quarterback position. Kirby typically brings in a lot of quarterbacks and he likes to let them sit and develop in an offense. So that's kind of what we've seen from Kirby. So I'm very interested to see where Bryson Beaver does end up, but I think it is a guy who can come in the future, and there's going to be some quarterback competition in that room, and ultimately it's just going to make everybody better. So yeah, like I did say, that'll be it for this video. I greatly appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.